Winners, Tony here. And as promised, I wanted to take a moment and give you my no spoiler review of Brian Banks. Now, you may not have heard a lot about this movie. Frankly, it wasn't that heavily promoted, but it's a true story of a gentleman who had a very aspiring football career who was wrongly accused of a sexual act and had to spend time in prison. And the movie goes into that experience, but it also goes into his exoneration and so forth. And that's not a spoiler because it's pretty much the crux of the movie. But really the question is, how well is it executed? And I have to tell you that on two fronts, I really thought this movie was well executed. The first front is that the fact that when you think about a movie like this, you'd almost have to picture in your mind going in and you're having to relive each of the events in chronological order and all the frustrations and so forth, as it were. But they did a real effective job, in my opinion, using flashbacks to tell the story. So as a result, it was more riveting, if you will, and the movie flowed much more easily because it wasn't just this, well, you know what I mean. So anyway, that was good. An interesting thing, and this kind of goes into my success tip that came out of it. First of all, yes, it is a great movie. I encourage you to see it. Definitely a thumbs up from me. There's great acting in there. There's a surprise actor who's a big part of the movie. I won't even give that away because he's unbilled. So you'll have to see that when you check it out. And let's see. I think that's about it. So let's get into the success tip that came from it. Well, one of the things that happened was when Brian was in jail, or in prison, he got a hold of the book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And the information in that book really proved a big part of turning his life around. It was one of the anchors that he stood on to keep his mind right as he went through that experience. And I can tell you that, this is real. This is real. And the success tip from that is, number one, putting good information in your head, even in bad situations, can make a difference. You see behind me parts of my library. Positive input takes care of these 6 inches and can make a huge difference in your success journey. The second thing is develop mental toughness. We live in a world where things are going to come at us, things that we don't always like. And if one thing can take you down, brother, sister, you are in trouble. So develop mental toughness is my other success factor that I got from this book, from this movie. So anyway, that being said, as always, if you private message me, I'll send you what I consider the top 5 movies that are at the Cineplex right now, so you know which ones to go check out. Obviously, this is now slipped into that top 5, and you'll have to get that list for me to figure out where, but I'll definitely let you know that. And so, with that being said, I'll let you get back to your day. Have an awesome day. Brian Banks, I encourage you to check it out. It's a meaningful story, especially when you realize it's a true story, and it has some messages in there that I think are definitely worth hearing. So, the truth matters. Have a great day. Talk to you later.